Study, tutty, shuddy. What up, my bitches and bros and non-binary hoes? This is What If Toxic. This is going to be a revamp of What If Naruto's Black because I've seen how fucking scuffed it was, and I was just in a What If. I was just in a What If. Sorry, I was just in a Discord call with my friends, and yeah, Hazazel, or I should say, What If Sensei and Blue Flames. What if? Maybe I need to come and fight you. Yeah. But all jokes aside, this will be a new What If. This will be like a revamp of the What If with more like me like trying a bit more with me like making it not as scuffed. Okay. So we will be starting this off. Okay. So this story will start off with telling you the backstory of Kushina Uzumaki. Okay. Kushina Uzumaki is not a full Uzumaki actually. Wow, what? I know, surprising, right? Kushina Uzumaki is black. Wait, what? I know this may confuse those of you who saw my first Naruto, What If Naruto's Black, the first time, okay? But, yes, she is black. But, I know you guys might be thinking, oh, it's probably because of the village, she's from the village on the cloud. Well, if you're thinking that, nope, you're wrong. Kushina is she's from a village that's unknown. She's half like of like a village, it's not a village, more of a clan that's unknown. So she has but she had like a higher chakra pool because of it. But she had never unlocked any special powers, so they thought like, oh, so they never have any kicking, guys. They left them alone. So not using them for any breeding. Okay. So but little did they know they did have powers. Okay. In fact, they did have two. Okay. They had one that, if you think about it, was perfect for the Uzumakis. For um, it controls chain. You can make chains. So sorry, you can make chains, and the final one you can make a scythe. So the first chain is just a tiny chain, just like chain made out of fire. That it's really cool because what you can do with this chain is you can wrap people around with it, and interrogate them. You can choose if it burns them or not. So okay, so that's cool, right? So see, you can have that, and then you also have the second flame. When I say this, you might be thinking, oh, well, this is just sand style. No, it's not. You aren't able to use those attacks. You're able to use like earth style chains that are stronger and sturdier, that are you can crush, like you can use to crush instead of like burn your enemies. And then you got the final one, which is pretty much a wind staff that's made out of like metal, which is like made out of actual like a steel, It's an actual staff that you can make an actual staff, like a scythe. When you make this scythe, it increases your speed, so you get faster, like because the wind, it makes you a little bit faster. So yeah, this Kekkei Genkai, no one really knows about it, but yeah, it's actually pretty cool. So and then the other Kekkei Genkai is like it's not that strong, but it is pretty cool. Um, they have they have another Kekkei Genkai. It's called the Black Kugan. They called it this because it looks like the Sharingan and the Byakugan. So they wanted to call it that. And well, they're all black, so yeah. So they named this, well, and the dojutsu looks black. So yeah, it's called the Blakugan. So this dojutsu is actually pretty cool. What it allows you to do is heal little minor wounds like scratches and cuts. It also allows you to regain little bit of like decent bit of stamina. The more you train this eye, the more you can regain. But it's not like to the point where you can regain like limbs and stuff like that. But it is useful because it's not going to drain. It doesn't use chakra. So this is a very useful thing. So yeah. So now that backstory is out of the way, we will get into canon. So, yeah. So everything happened as per canon with Naruto's death, like happening like when Naruto when sorry not up sorry oh yeah fuck sorry guys I fucking forgot one thing. The Byakugan, sorry, not the Byakugan. Wait, yeah, the black Kugan increases your intelligence a bit. Okay. So yeah, there you go. It doesn't make you like a fucking super genius, but it does give you a little bit more intelligence. Okay. So that's also why it's good. There we go. Now that's all the perks it gives. Okay, that's it. Okay. So yeah, everything goes as per canon, but Kushina does die sadly. R.I.P. Kushina. So what happens when Naruto sees all of them die, and Kurama gets sealed in him? A little thing happens to his eyes. Let me show you. In one of his eyes, you see the black Kugan, as you see a blinding light from one of his eyes, as the black Kugan appears, as it looks like a burning inferno, as the red goes to white, as Hiruzen is able to find Naruto through this, as he looks down at Naruto to see this, as the eye subsides and goes to this. And Hiruzen's obviously confused. He looks at it and looks like that looks like the Sharingan, but he knows like that's not the Sharingan. That's because if it was, that would be like a 3 Tomoe Sharingan, and there's no way a little baby would have it. And not to mention, he's not a part of the Shi'a clan, so he's wondering what it is, but he doesn't know. So he grabs Naruto and he covers that eye because Danzo and shit. So we time skip to we time skip to a time where Naruto is in his house. So he's all alone, and hold on, I got a cough, so let me pause. So he's all alone. So he's been training with the black Yugan a bit, and he's been with the black Kugan. He's also figured out that he's the son of the fourth Hokage, but he has not decided to tell Lord Hiruzen this. He's figured this out from like all the details, like how he was born on the day that the fourth Hokage died. He has this. He has the seal. He has a sealing mark on him, and he's been reading books that says you cannot kill a tailed beast. It has to be sealed. And he's been asking if anybody else has this seal in him, and then he's been looking to see if why everybody else is treating him. So yeah, he figures this out through deduction. So with this, he's also been learning another thing. He's been learning something that has been interesting him because of his Uzumaki heritage. Seals. Because of because of his Uzumaki heritage, he has a natural gift for using seals, but he's still not great with them. So he's been learning with them, trying to use them. So right now he's pretty decent with them. He has a seal that's able to paralyze a Chunin, which, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, is amazing. This kid is five. So yeah. So we time skip to that time where Naruto goes to scare those kids in the graveyard. When he does, one of the kids, falls and gets hurt, and Naruto pulls because he has something covering his eyes, because it looks different. So he pulls it off and pulls something off, and then looks at the wound and heals it. This mark appears, and he heals it. It subsides and goes back to this, and then Naruto covers it and says, "There we go." As the kid looks at Naruto in shaking fear and says, "Yeah, you, 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 you're a monster! And he runs off as fast as he can. As Iruka comes up and puts his hand on Naruto's shoulder and says, What did you do to him? As Naruto said, I didn't do anything. All I did was heal him. As Iruka's confused, like, what what do you mean by that? And Naruto goes like, never mind, as he goes to walk away, but Iruka's like, nah, and he pulls it back, and Naruto's like, Iruka's like, if you tell me, I'll buy you a bowl of ramen, and Naruto's like, fine, and he pulls his, what's it called, his, the thing off, like the bandana off his face, that covers his face, and Iruka sees this, and Iruka's obviously confused, and then you see this, and then you see the veins in his eyes twitch, and you see Naruto cut himself with the kunai. He grabbed a kunai from. He asked. The veins go like that, and then he asked freaking his sensei for a kunai. He obliged. The sensei hesitantly obliged, and Naruto cut his arm with the kunai. Freaking, he was like, hold on, sorry, I forgot his name for a second. I actually forgot the dude's name. I don't know why. Hold on, let me pause until I remember. So, Iruko was like, oh my god, what the hell? And he, goes to grab Naruto and says, like, what are you doing? You can seriously get hurt. But then Naruto rips his hand away and says, and as this glows brighter, as you see the arm start to heal, as this starts to go back, and you see this back, then he covers the eye again, and he says, that's what I did. I healed his wound. And, freaking, what's his name? I forgot it again. I'm just gonna call him Sensei, okay? Because I forgot again. The Sensei said, okay, in shock, but in his head he's thinking, I need to tell Lord Hiruzen this. So, he lets Naruto go, and we skip to him in Lord Hiruzen's office. Him telling Lord Hiruzen about this, Lord Hiruzen obviously visibly confused because, they thought that clan had no, like, Keiki Genkais. But, he's, like, obviously not, like, pissed off because, he got a clan. He got somebody with the Keiki Genkai. So he just asked some ninjas to investigate the people in the village that are like the clan, and he has somebody watch over Naruto. This just so happens the person that is watching over Naruto. It just so happens that the time that this was happening, Jiraiya was in the village. So the old man asked a favor for his student and asked, "Hey, could you watch your old student's son for a bit? Like sneak around, like see what he's up to. Jiraiya like saying okay. He did it, and Naruto being like a sorry, I being like a little kid. Obviously, he's like 7 at this time. He's wait, hold on. I think you're 8 when you go into the academy. So yeah, he's 7. So he's like he's not able to detect chakra, so he doesn't notice, but he senses like something's wrong. He just like senses like he feels weird. So he's like, normally I would go outside and do my research, but I'll do it inside today. So he goes inside and he researches this stuff, and he researches the stuff about he researches stuff like he research sorry for stuttering so much. He researches my sorry guys, my brain is not working. He researches the stuff about like seals. As you know, when Naruto goes to like, he goes to the, we time skip to the first year like of graduation, and this time Naruto is like at like the point of desperation he was in the 3 years where he graduated. Okay, Jiraiya still being Jiraiya still being in the village because Naruto interesting him because Jiraiya has been seeing like the seals that Naruto has been creating. Obviously, Jiraiya as a seal master would be obviously interested in this. So he has been obviously like running off sometimes to go be Jiraiya, but he has come back here and there. But it just so happened at this time, Jiraiya is here. So Mizuki sees this as an opportunity. He was like, I was going to do this later, but I can do it now and leave now. So, he comes up to Naruto and tells him about this girl's healing. So when he does that, and guess what? When he does that, Naruto's like, since he's younger, he's way more gullible, so he falls for it immediately. And he does it, and yeah. So what happens is he learns 2 jutsus from that scroll instead of 1, because when he learns the freaking Shadow Clone Jutsu, he's not dumb this time. He actually reads what it can do. So he reads that it can it stores memory. So when he learns it, he has it practicing on the Flying Raijin. So him and the freaking Shadow Clone are working on the Flying Raijin. But then all of a sudden, bang! As all of a sudden a giant fireball pops right in front of him, and Mizuki is running after him with throwing shuriken after him. As Naruto gets pelted with them, Naruto's on the floor. Naruto's grunting in anguish. As Naruto's like, why are you doing this, Mizuki Sensei? You told me to come here. As Mizuki does that whole speech of you're the nine-tails brat, but instead of Iruka is not there. So when this happens, since Iruka's not there, Naruto's all by himself, and he can't run away because he's been pelted by shuriken. He's grunting in pain. He lifts up his eye, and he heals his body real quick, and he uses Shadow Clone to go run at Mizuki real quick, and he bolted. And he has that Shadow Clone. Sorry, hold on there. He has that Shadow Clone fight on Mizuki, but it immediately disappears, and Mizuki's right on his tail. So, he's running, he's jumping through the trees, but he goes into his pocket, and he grabs the seal. This one's a prototype. It's one that he's working on to be able to use on Jonin. So he's hopefully this works. He throws it at what's it called? He throws it at Mizuki as he throws it at him, and he hits him as Mizuki stops in place. As Naruto keeps on running, as he does the Shadow Clone to send it back, as nothing's happening. As all of a sudden, you hear a thud. Naruto's confused, what happened? The Shadow Clone disappears, and Naruto gets the knowledge of what happened. Naruto did it again. He killed the person. He accidentally... You see, Naruto has been working on a poison tag. See, for when he goes on dangerous missions. He used it on him. So, he used it on him. As Naruto has a flashback of all the times where he's lashed out in anger at people. We go to a flashback of a time where these kids were bullying Naruto in an alley, and he used his he used his like unnatural strength to beat him up. But then the Jonin, but like the parents came and then they beat him up. And then like like we see like more, but in like more like repeats of this, but in different occasions. You know, and he says, no, this is worse. If they beat me up for that, it's just like beating somebody up. What will they do for killing somebody? Naruto's worried, and he's scared. So he's like, so he's scared, and yeah, so um he is just like shitting himself pretty much. So when Iruka comes and sees that Naruto's standing over a dead Mizuki, he's like, "What the hell happened?" And he goes to tell Hiruzen, but Hiruzen already knows, explains it to everyone. But Danzo, knowing this is like the perfect plan to like lock up, like he can use this to like lock up the Nine Tails brat, like lock him up and be able to use him like as a weapon and not treat him as a person, because like just in case if he tries to go rogue. So what he does is he tries to convince the elders. He tries to convince the elders that Naruto should leave. And he does convince him. But here's the thing. Jiraiya, like I said, Jiraiya is there. So, Jiraiya hops in there, screaming, coming at them and saying, "Do you know who he is?" As Lord Hiruzen says, "No! Stop!" Because, like how because, well, they don't know Naruto is the son of the fourth Hokage. So Naruto's freaking what's it called? Sorry, uh Jiraiya's like, "No, they need to know." As Jiraiya screams, "That child is the son of the fourth Hokage." As all the elders jaw drop, as Danzo goes, as he grunts and says, "Damn you." As the vote was already cast, so it's not take backs. We're gonna say it's not. It wasn't being. It's not going to be able to take back because the daimyo agreed on it. So yeah. So hold on, I'll be right back. But you see, here's the loophole that they decided. They decided that Naruto will go with Jiraiya for a couple of years. So for the 2 years that Naruto in canon would be in the academy, he will be with Jiraiya training. So we time skip those 2 years, and hold on, I'll be right back. Let me show you. Let me write down the list real quick. Okay, so right now what Naruto has is, let me go look at the list. So right now obviously he has the Blakugan. He has the Uzumaki chains, like ceiling chains. Okay, don't yell at me, guys. I use voice to text. I'm not even gonna try. He has the unperfect he has the unperfect flying regime, the mud style mud wall, a shadow clone jutsu. He's a specialty with seal scrolls. Has 75 leg weights on his own Rasengan and the Blakugan. So that's what he has. That's what he got over the 2 years time training with him. I bet you guys shit yourself when I said I'm writing the list. I bet you guys thought I was gonna go. He has this and that and that. No, but yeah. So, so as we we're gonna get to that. So, you guys ready for this? Naruto walks back into the village. He looks at the village and says, "You." As Jiraiya looks at him and says, "Shut up," and slaps him over the head. As Naruto's like, whatever, and walks with him. Over this time, Naruto hasn't become like isn't the same delightful Naruto, but he is still Naruto, okay? He's cold on the outside, but he is the same Naruto on the inside, okay? So, Naruto's walking up, and he's going because they're back because they gotta go get Naruto's team. So Naruto goes and he's on Team 7 because that's what the elders picked. I don't know why, but they did. Okay, they will say they wanted Naruto to they wanted to see if Naruto was truly the son of the fourth Hokage. So they wanted to see if he could go against an elite Uchiha. So they put him on Team 7, and yeah. So we have that. So Naruto, knowing Kakashi will be late as all hell from the stories that Minato has told the Jiraiya, and Jiraiya has told what Jiraiya has told Naruto. Naruto asks Sakura if she can wake him up, like when he gets here. You know, her thinking, "Oh my God, he's so lazy." She's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." But Naruto goes to sleep, and he goes to sleep to see like replays of the nightmares, him killing people, him killing Mizuki and like torturing, you know. But at this point, gotten used to it. You see, this has been going on for the past 2 years. It used to affect him, but now it doesn't. So Kurama's like, "Damn it! This used to be fun. He used to react, but now he doesn't. Fuck. What can I do to make him react?" As he's sitting in his cage, tapping his finger on the floor, wondering like what can he do because he's getting bored, because you see with Naruto, he doesn't show any emotion like really, so it's hard for Kurama to get any enjoyment. So he has nothing to do. Like he's way more bored. Like this Kurama is way more different than Naruto Kurama in Naruto in like canon. So just so you guys know that one, okay? So yeah, so he's tapping his finger on the freaking floor. What can I do? I don't know. As he's thinking, and he's like, "Genius." As he does a jutsu. Now you may be thinking, "Toxic, what if Toxic? He can't do jutsus." It's the mindscape. If you think of it, he can do it. Okay, so he thinks of taking the form of Minato. So he drags Naruto into the mindscape, and he acts like there's the nine-tailed fox in there. Okay, what he does is he drags Naruto in there and has a full-on conversation with him. You know, so he's like, "Hi, son." They're having a full-blown conversation, and all of a sudden you see Kurama put his head up. He's looking up. You see the slits in his eyes as Naruto's like, "Dad, behind you!" As it seems like Minato doesn't hear him. And then Naruto says something else, like, "What do you do? Like, how's you and Mom?" And he answers like in a full sentence. That's completely different than last time. If he said it again, and he's like answering like, "Why are you saying this again? Like, why are you saying that again? You know, and he's like, and, eventually, after this, Kurama goes and stabs him through the chest, and this makes Naruto vault up and scream, which makes Kakashi, because he was walking through the hallway at that time, which makes Kakashi just body flicker in to see what's going on, and he just sees this black kid going, "No!" screaming in his seat, "Not again, Dad!" You know, Sakura, who was just about to like tap him to wake him up, because she could hear his footstep, like Kakashi's footsteps, because yeah, they could hear him. His footsteps like got scared as all hell, because she was like right next to him, because she was leaning in to tap him. So Sasuke was also startled, because he wasn't expecting that. So everybody was startled. But yeah, so we are going to cut to where they're off the roof. Naruto doesn't say anything about like what his goals are, and what if like everything else goes in canon. So, hey guys, that will be it, my bitches and bros and non-binary hoes. This is it for What If Naruto Was Black Part 1 redo. Okay, hopefully this is a better read done, hopefully. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later, my bitches and bros and non-binary hoes.